So we've just left our time-lapse spot. It is already very hot, as you can see by the sweat. We're gonna go check out some other temples. Okay, we're now at our very first temple after sunrise. We are at Phra Khan.
And that was built in 1191 AD and was once a full city.
Yeah, so the part that we're in right now is the temple at the center of the city, and you'll note the very narrow corridors. They had not yet perfected the flying buttress in this area, so they just stacked stones up until they met in the middle, and that limited the thickness, the width, and that limited the width of the corridors.
Very thick walls.
Yes, and very thick walls, and beautiful, beautiful carvings,
beautiful detailing,
which you will see. So we were just ushered back by one of the cleaning ladies. She was sweeping and she told us to come back and see a statue of the Queen. So we went around all these turns and really shallow doorways and came upon this beautiful carving of the Queen. And there was a little monk sitting there who I thought was a child at first, but he was actually a very old man, and he was burning incense. And we went in there, he gave us a stick of incense, each one of us, Aaron and I, and told us to bow 3 times. All right, so then after we bowed, we put our incense out in an urn next to the monk. And then I took out a few real and put it in the offering bowl, and the monk grabbed my hand and basically like put his hand on my face and said a little prayer and blessed me, and it was a really cool experience. We should also note that this temple has both Buddhist and Hindu influences, which is very common of this entire Angkor Wat area. And check out this super cool tree. I can't do the whole pointing at something, and there we go. Insane. All of Angkor Wat and the surrounding temples are built on a swamp, which makes construction very interesting. We've read a lot about it. Engineers still don't fully understand it. And here's the swamp. We are now walking towards Nik Pran, which is a Buddhist temple in the middle of the lake that I just showed you a second ago. You can see we're on like a really small walkway between the lake. And it's basically a series of pools used for purification rites. Anything else we need to tell the people?
Those pools are called straws here.
Very cool. All right, check it out. So for day 1 of our video and our time here in Angkor Wat, we have hired a tuk-tuk driver. This is Saddam. Hello! Who has been very, very helpful so far. He also gave us a ride to our hotel yesterday, and so we're happy that he's here, speaks great English, and has been really helpful so far. So yeah, we really appreciate him. Check him out if you're in Angkor Wat. This is our ride today. And this is a dog. Next stop is Ta Som. Hey puppy. Hey dog. Dogs still don't speak English. What do you see here, Peavy?
I see potential snakes, and they're coming up here.
And worshippers, it looks like. It's like a god.
being held by...
I like this little guy on the left too. He looks kind of like a...
Like a modern day cherub? Oh wait, an ancient day cherub?
We found a rabbit! That's a first. Look at the carvings on this doorway. It goes all the way around. The smallest inhabitants of the temple. So there's a tree growing straight out of the top of this temple. So cool. The tree is simultaneously destroying and holding together this temple. So awesome. This is an awesome example of how the jungle has really started to reclaim all of these temples, or did reclaim them, and then people have cleared them out, except for certain areas where clearing off the trees would then cause a lot of destruction to the temples themselves. I just saw a monkey in the wild for the very first time in my entire life, and that was awesome. It kind of bit me, but it didn't hurt. It was so cool. Aaron's slightly terrified.
I don't know.
Hi. Oh my god. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Quick note about the monkeys. That was stupid. Don't go up to monkeys. I could have really gotten hurt. I was just very, very excited. Learn from my mistakes. My leg kind of hurts now because it bit me. Moving on, we're in East Mebon. Check it out. Yeah. This is typical of a temple mountain, with the 4 mountains on the side, and the major one coming out of the center is the 5th. And you can see we're about halfway up the mountain now. That's the top, and this was built in 952 in the second half of the 10th century. That goes all the way down. So these little holes that you see everywhere were used to attach all of the plaster molds. And so you can see a lot of them still existing, but the plaster has since worn away. We have just arrived at Pre-Rup, and it was built in the second part of the 10th century in 961, and it is the last example of the Temple Mountain, so we read. Cool. And also, Pre-Rup means turning the body, which refers to traditional method of cremation in which a corpse's outline is traced in the cinders, first in one direction, then in the other, suggesting that this temple may have served as an early royal crematorium. Sorry for reading straight from the book, but that was interesting. Okay, let's check it out. We'll see it in just a minute. Bye. All right, we are now hiking to Sabal Kapin. That's pronounced wrong.
Kabal Sipen.
We don't know how to pronounce it, but we're going there. There's a waterfall and a river with beautiful carvings in the rocks. And we just had a very scrumptious lunch. We ate
Angkor.
and it was yummy. It was like the best meal we've had in a very long time. Definitely in Cambodia. We've only been here like 24 hours, so that's not hard. But yes, very, very good. And we had lunch with our tuk-tuk driver, who is super fun. And we're gonna go check out the waterfalls now. Hopefully it's beautiful and it doesn't rain.
You can clip that.
That was elegant. So I got up to the top of the river where the sculptures were and the natural bridge, and it started pouring. I had gone up a little bit further on the trail than Erin, and when I came back, she was gone. So I have lost Erin. I don't know where she is. I looked around a lot, and now I'm headed back to the start of the trail and the tuk-tuk, and I'm hoping that she's there. But I didn't get any footage of the sculptures. They were amazing though. They were like gods with basically god mermaid hybrids that were very beautiful, and hundreds and hundreds of these circular stone carvings. But it was raining pretty hard, so I didn't want to take out the camera, so sorry. Google it. I'm sure you can see it that way. And yeah, I'm going to keep going on the trail, hopefully find Erin. I am completely soaked head to toe. I'm hoping that Erin found shelter when it was pouring. There was this family there with a little hut, and they said I could come in, so I just sat with them for a while. And yeah, when this rain lessened a bit, I went on. But we'll see. We'll see if Erin's at the tuk-tuk. I found her. Hello. We're both very, very wet, but hey, rainy season. So we are done with day one here at Angkor Wat and the outer temples. Tomorrow we will be going to see Angkor Wat itself and the inner temples. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe below so that you can check out the next video. Have a great day. Bye.
Oh.
But it was awesome.